Hey everybody, Obey the Papaya back at you again with another YouTube video. So we just got update version 0.18.3. So we're actually getting a .3 update. So skipping a lot of point versions. This is going to come out June 11th, 2024 at 6 o'clock Eastern. So what is that? 4 days? That means Tuesday. Tuesday, I believe, is the update time. And yeah, let's get straight into it because there's actually a lot of content to unpack. So introduction, Dust the Subtle version 18, big it was the biggest update of the year. As one of the most, so version 18.3 has one of the most anticipated features, which is ranked coming out. Remember, ranked is only coming out every Saturday for 1 day from a certain time. We'll talk about it, so don't get too hyped about ranked. It's only going to be 1 day a week until they decide on implementing more days. And that should be quick, but we'll get to it. So got a lot of bounce changes and stuff that are coming in. So next we got store news. So these are new skins. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't care about skins. I think they're a waste of time to kind of discuss them. So we're just gonna hover over them, take a look at them. So Greystone skin, we got the Twin Blast previously, Chimera Grux pelt, bundles $50 probably, more bundles, Lotus Knight bundle $50 probably, Holy Grux pelt $50. Dreadlord maybe $60 on this one. This is their own skin, so probably $60-$70. Price of a AAA game. All right, so that's it for the skins. Ranked mode. Do you have what it takes to become Paragon? Do you have what it takes? Become Silver. For me. To ranked mode, you'll get to solo or team up with a duo partner and face off against other players with a similar skill level to gain victory. Victory points. When and where? Starting weekly from the 15th of June, players who are above level 30 and own at least 20 heroes, excluding the free heroes, so you can't include the free heroes, you need to own 20 of them, will be able to select ranked mode in the game mode selector and queue up during designated 8-hour time slots for both EU and NA servers, which here you can see EU, it's between this time, NA between that time. And then they'll add more days in as time goes on, hopefully sooner. Draft phase. When a match is found and you enter hero draft, things work a little different to a regular game mode. The first screen you'll be met with is a hero ban screen, where each team selects a single hero to ban for the match. So one hero. You and your teammates will all vote for one hero you don't want to go up against, and the hero with the most votes will be taken out. I dislike that. I'd rather have two people banned, so that's a little cringe. The game is very, you can very much ban two people. It's been seen in PCC and Fang Booth, and I don't know, I dislike that. The draft will then proceed as normal with one key difference. Mirror picks are disabled. Once a player locks in a hero, the only player in the match can play a specific hero. Once everyone has picked a hero, the match begins. Ranked tiers, as mentioned before. Winning matches will earn you victory points, but losing matches will lose you victory points. To be promoted into the next tier, you'll need to earn 100 plus VP to enter into a promotion state. If you win your next game on promotion, you'll be promoted to the next tier, carrying over any additional VP beyond the 100 points you need. So if you have 99 VP, you win, you'll carry over those points, it seems. If you lose the game, you'll of course lose some VP. If that loss takes you under 100 VP, you'll need to earn some more before getting a chance to that promotion again. Example, RG Sauce is silver 1 with 110 VP and is now in a promotion state. If he wins his next game, he'll be promoted to gold 3 and carry over the 10 VP plus the VP earns from the promotion match. If he loses, his VP will instead drop. Let's say now it's 99 VP, meaning he'll need to play another match in order to get the chance of rank promotion. Leaderboard and prizes. Players who have over 100 VP in Diamond 1 rank will become Paragon and earn their rightful place on the leaderboard, coming soon to our website. But you're not Paragon. Ranked preseason 1. Ranked mode is launching preseason 1, our first iteration of this new competitive game mode. We have plans to add as much more to the mode through the coming months as we progress towards the first official full season 1, such as intent phase, hero and role swaps and draft, and more. As is the first rollout of the ranked mode, your feedback is essential. So make sure you share that information. Note, everyone will start at the same rank, which is Bronze 3, and work their way up through the ranks. Ranked mode uses a different MMR to regular matchmaking. Everyone will start ranked mode at Bronze 3, the lowest ranked, and their matchmaking will be changed from there. Additional changes. Hero gold bounties now appear in the scoreboard. Various heroes have had their recommended items updated. That's actually really nice. I'm excited to see gold bounties now showing. It'll let people know that, hey, I have a bounty on you, Various heroes have had their recommended items updated. Okay. Gameplay balance changes. Tower damage is increased and core damage is decreased. That's actually pretty nice. I think that's a worthy change. Inner tower and inhibitor health decreased. I found this a little bit weird. I didn't think they needed to be decreased. Monster health scaling is decreased. That's actually really good. Outlier hero adjustments. Okay. Marksman, Crestline increased attack speed and lifesteal, which I found that very weird. I felt like it was actually pretty good enough, unless they're making lifesteal more viable. Several anti-tank effects reduced in strength. Okay, that's good. On hit items effectiveness reduced. Oh, so this is an overview of the things that we're gonna see. On hit items effectiveness reduced. Good. No more overpowered carries. General buffs for several tank items. Other ability haste redistributions for various items to allow for better build combinations. Okay. Structures. Most structures receiving a further armor pen to ensure that they are not easily ignored and dull for long periods of time, while the inner tower inhibitors are losing some health, making them easier to destroy in siege scenarios. Finally, the core is receiving a small damage increase to heroes. Decrease. Allowing aggressive teams to posture more aggressively in endgame core sieges where games are often stalled out abnormally. I guess that's true. That is true. I've had games like that. Outer tower. Percent armor pen increase from 40 to 45. Inner tower, health is decreased by about 400. It's not a big deal. Percent armor pen is increased from 40 to 45. Percent armor pen. So this will do more damage. Okay, so we're all going to do more damage. By 5% more. Damage increased from 154 per level. And yeah, so 800 less on the inhib. Core hero damage modifier decreased from 80 to 70%. Okay. Jungle bounce changes. Currently, camp durability can leave junglers feeling overly chained to their camps due to the time it takes to kill them, easily able to fall too far behind an XP they do not clear efficiently, thus limiting their ability to be as active on the map as they would like. To remedy this, I disagree with this personally. I feel like it's been super easy for junglers to you know, keep throwing ganks in. Damage decreased from 40 to 36. So is this about their damage that blue does or damage that it takes? That's the one thing. Common camps are receiving a reduction in their health growth to make them less durable. So it's okay. So alright, this is damage reduction. Damage decrease that it takes. To 36. Damage decreased from 40 to 36. Black camp, which is 2 camp. I don't know why they don't color it then, but call it black camp. Just call it 2s, I guess. Large health change. So just some changes in the health, basically. We're not going to go over this because I'm not seeing anything too crazy. It's just, you know, just expect all of them to be easier to kill. Hero balance changes. Argus. So the removal of Kotska's mana regen, Argus finds himself drawing out of mana. That's false. Likewise, his passive is not providing enough ramping threat when focused on a target. As a result, they're buffing him. Damage multiplier increased from 30 to 35. Alternate mana decreased. Wow. Okay. I thought that it was kind of fair because he could clear waves and then go back and refresh really quickly. So this is stupid in my opinion. I think he's one of the most strongest mid laners in the game right now. Aurora. The Ice Queen has performed a strong right out of the gate. I'll just look here. So basic attack time, that's what bat is increased from 1.1 to 1.15. So okay. So it's going to take longer for the action to actually occur by like 0.05 seconds. I think 0.5 seconds. I think that's how it works. Attack speed is increased from 105 to 110. Frozen Simulacrum passive. Monster damage capped decreased from 12 to 10. Hoarfrost, your secondary ability. That's that's a circle. Magical power scaling was decreased and mana cost is increased. Boreal Sweep, which is the AoE, that's a RMB for keyboard and mouse players. It's the AoE kind of hit in front of you, the cone. Cooldown is increased. Magical power scaling is increased. Explosion damage is reduced. Okay, so initial burst is increased, and then explosion is reduced into late game. Minimally. It's not. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I never had an issue with Aurora personally, so we'll see. Crunch has settled one of the heroes struggling since the transitions to 6 items, especially with his propensity to get blown up early in fights. Ensure he can hold his own skirmish and team fights. He's receiving some additional late game durability and sustain where he struggles the most. Health growth increased from 123 to 127, and then healing increased from 20. It's gonna help him out. I mean, I think Crunch is pretty strong still. It's just like, how do you balance a character that is higher skilled in higher skilled but also in imbalanced matchmaking? So we'll see. I think it's, you know, it's overall, it's a buff. Decker's ability to bully out the lane has once again become too potent. Yes, please. She does so much damage, man. Additionally, your basic attack is receiving a scale adjustment to ensure on-hit carry bills do not exceed a reasonable balance in damage department. Yes, please. Physical power is decreased 62 to 59. Good. Health growth decreased 125 to 122. Base health regen is decreased 65 to 55. Energy orb basic attack. Physical power scaling is decreased. Dang, she is not gonna be able to carry anymore. Bye. You can't play her carry anymore. I mean, in general, you didn't really want to. She was kind of troll. She had 20% lower scaling, 30% lower scaling by default. But she still has, I mean, they didn't remove any of her scaling on her ability. So basic attack poke is nice because it is really annoying early. But man, does she do damage at like level 6 with all her abilities. Fang Mao, general durability and trading potential in early game allowed him to bully several offlane matchups as he would previously found difficult. Yeah, he actually did get some weirdness to him for most assassins getting beat up. On the flip side, his ultimate execute threshold is not quite the level that is intuitive to his trading loops unless he has a snowbolt, causing him to become too feast or famine in many scenarios. These factors have resulted in a decrease in his early game damage and durability, with his lost power being redistributed into his shield and ultimate to allow him to better navigate team fights and seek chain-killed opportunities. Health is decreased by about 20 or 15. Sweep basic attack bonus power scaling is decreased 90 to 85. That's actually pretty nice. Safeguard primary. Shield bonus physical power scaling increased from 120, so more on the shield. Damage decreased from 100 to 90 on his hamstring. So that's his E. That's actually pretty nice early game because it was strong, and it just his entire kit and his passive was just really strong early. Ultimate increased damage. He's getting a nice buff early. Bonus physical power scaling is increased. Execute threshold increased. Oh my lord, that's for late game, but still. Execute threshold bonus physical power scaling is increased in general. His ult sounds pretty nasty now. Good Fang Maos are gonna shine with this. Good Fang Maos are gonna shine with this. That's all I'm gonna say. Kuplu is gonna shine with that. Gadget, given her general safety and strength, Gadget ability to sit back and clear waves from afar has been too stalemate. Are they gonna nerf her? Cooldown is increased. Oh my god, dude, she's so garbage. Gideon stands out as one of the highest performing mages with very few difficult matchups. Yes. To ensure he returns to a more reasonable power threshold, power in lane and team fights, Cosmic Rift and Black Hole are receiving some damage reduction. Damage power scaling, they already reduced his Black Hole initially, so they reduced it even more now. Cosmic Rift is his Q, that's his Black Hole. 135 late game got nerfed. It's not necessarily too drastic. The ultimate is actually hit pretty hard though. I mean, it's a pretty sizable. It's gonna be noticeable. I'm interested in the 8 and 1% though. Why did they just go 285 and like I don't know. I'm curious about that. Grim EXC got freaking so strong. They found themselves better at happier levels of strength. However, displacement blast damage output in lane can lead to overly oppressive trading patterns. He does so much damage in trading. Temeridius, we are shifting some of the carry Grimm's power away from his displacement blast into his assault mode, and reducing the oppressiveness of Grimm's one-shot trade patterns when building magic power. Displacement blast damage has changed 110, so early game, late game it falls off, which is honestly fine. Power, magical power scaling is increased on his primary. Assault mode secondary, total physical power scaling increased from 15 to 20%. Magical power scaling decreased from 20% to 15%. That's fine. I like that. It allows you. It makes him a carry, you know. So, but I mean, this is still gonna just overall buff him in lane. I don't know. I feel like it's still gonna buff him. Cooldown decreased from 24. So on his shield, you're getting a reduction on the shield, and ultimate magic power scaling decreased. This is like a buffed, in my opinion. This is weird. I see this more like a. I mean, this is like a hurt there, but in terms of constant DPS into late game, I think this is a buff. What the heck? Okay. Grux receiving a reduction in attack speed from the Warlord's challenge, reducing the potency of his level 6 spike, delaying his ability to Grux on his opponents. You guys hear me. I think Grux is, in reality, severely underpowered. So I don't know. That's a nerf, and I honestly I'll take Grux nerfs. I just don't want Gruxes on my team. It's good for low elo plays. That's what's gonna have to focus on, right? But it's not gonna fix, in my opinion, his all in still. Attack speed is decreased, so it's like a 5% decrease, but it's like it's still gonna, prevent. He just has a lot of damage in lane, to punish people still. Kalari, since the last patch, Kalari's ability to isolate and assassinate took a hit. Let's look. Her ultimate got a buff. Late game got a 40, 20, and a 40 and on level 2 and 3. So, I mean, I don't know. I hate Kalari, so she should just get nerfed to the ground. That's about it. Invis is a garbage mechanic. Kira's general damage output landed on the height, and the combination of her ramping passive damage and general basic attack damage leaves her able to cut through targets too swiftly. As a result, her basic attack scaling is reduced. Bonus, okay. I was wondering why her basic attack scaling was as high, but I mean, her passive is what makes her basic attack stronger. So let's just read up through here. So Chimera movement speed is decreased. Good, thank the Lord. Spirit regeneration passive is decreased per stack. How much? 0.7. Yes, good. Stop making him regen so much. Bonus physical power scaling decreased from 90 to 85. Good. Get nerfed, Kai. Holy moly, finally, man. Kwang has struggles previous pass. So let's see. Magic power scaling on his passive is increased by, that's pretty sizable with his poke. That's per hit, basically. Light of the Heavens alternate. True damage magical power scaling is increased. Oh, man. Excuse me. Shield magical power scaling increased from 50 to 55%. He's getting a pretty nice buff here. Fury of the Heavens ultimate damage increased from 240. So just late game, very slight increase. Pretty nice buff to him. It's gonna make him a much more of a fighter in lane now. I mean, I thought he was already pretty strong. I thought it was mainly just a skill matchup. That's what I usually see. Morgish is broken ass character. Primary ability decreased. Good, 5%. Mark alternate damage decreased from 95. So just into late game, it's not very detrimental. Not this. I just hate this character. I think her passive, her dot damage is way too much. If they reduce dot damage or get rid of it and as a whole and just increase the damage on her abilities, she'd be even a finer spot. I just hate her dot damage. It stacks so well with all the new items and whatnot. I hate that. I really dislike it. Murdoch static traps are currently doing too much damage. Are they? Damage increased from 110 to or decreased 110 to 90, and skills. Still, it's just 20 down. Mana cost is increased on the traps. I found that really interesting. I guess someone's really abusing them traps really well. But they deal a lot of damage. They're iffy. I think they're fine. I found it weird to see a Murdoch nerf. Narbash, the Orc's general durability healing. Yeah, he's an absolute beast. Physical power is decreased. I found that a little bit weird. Health growth decreased. 129 to 126. His healing per rhythm stack is decreased 0.25 to 2 to 0.2. So percentage wise, like a 15% nerf, 15% nerf, I think, right? 20% nerf, 20% nerf. Excuse me. Thunk alternate ability cooldown increased. It's fine. I mean, I don't know. I think Marbash is just weird into late game just because of scaling, and that one new item giving mitigation and increased healing is pretty wild. Rampage, ability to sustain damage. Regen multiplier increase from 3.5 to 4x on his ultimate. Yeah, I think that's fine. Especially with the carry nerfs. Revenant, physical armor growth is increased. Honestly, but it's very minimally though, unless that's a percent. Hellfire rounds alternate. Missing health damage per level is increased. Okay. Ultimate cooldown decreased from 140 to 130, so 10 seconds across the board. This is on a per hit basis, so I mean this could cook something up. I do want to play Revenant. It's just that there's better carries, and I still think there's better carries. But we'll see what's gonna happen with the changes to on hit. Ridger struggles to survive early. All right. Excuse me. Health increased from 715 to 725. Health regen increased from 1.4 to 1.5. This is a little bit tankier early. Yeah, physical armor is increased by 1. Mana regen increased. Damage increased on his secondary ability. I don't know. I feel like Richter was fine-ish. If you're a good Richter, you're going to cook. Like, no matter what. I don't know. I felt like this was a fair punishment into Richter, but I don't know. I don't like that changes to Richter. Sereth, health growth is increased. Okay. Her primary ability, cooldown is decreased. Late game, Hearsay Ultimate. Burn damage changed from 35, so this got increased into late game, nerfed early. Cooldown is decreased. Man, I think she's really strong right now. In general, I think her late game is phenomenal. It was just an issue with carries. Sevrog with the removal of mana. I mean, Sevrog is just in a weird spot due to carries, so I'm surprised to really see a change in him. Damage is increased on his Siphon ability by a little bit. Into late game, it scales better. Cooldown is decreased, though. That's going to allow him to stack a little bit better. Sparrow. So Sparrow's been so abusive. Physical power is increased 58 to 60. Max health damage decreased from 0.5 to 0.4%. Oh, that's good. Hail of Arrow's primary. Bonus physical power scaling is decreased from 160 to 150%. And ultimate bonus physical power is decreased from 15. So here, we're getting it into late game. That's actually pretty nice. I like that. Is that percent based? Bonus physical power. Is that scaling based? I don't know what that is. There's no percent. Just raw damage. Twin Blast. So Twin Blast felt a little bit weaker in my opinion on this patch. Health is increased. Physical armor increased. Primary ability damage is increased a bit. That's fair. Vortex damage is increased here. Oh, by a sizable amount early game. Bonus physical power scaling is increased. Cooldown is increased though. But that's a pretty sizable buff for TB in my opinion. I'm really curious to see what the devs say here. Receiving large rounded changes aimed at slightly reducing his reliance on mana itemization and how punishing it is to miss a single ability. Yes, absolutely terrible. While further tackling the problem of passive gameplay resulting from sniping minions from afar and how much mastery is required to pilot him to performance level. This can be seen with the return of only percentage mana being refunded on a snipe kill. Alright, overall race should feel better to perform in mid to late game scenarios with the trade-off of having to interact more in the laning phase now that he cannot as easily sit back. Mana growth is decreased, mana regen is decreased, attack speed growth increased. Wow, if I did the on-hit build with this, we would have cooked. We lost yesterday though, so unfortunate. Peekaboo, primary ability, damage decreased. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. Mark health increased by 1%. Mark duration increased. That's actually kind of nice. Bonus physical power scaling is decreased. What? Magical power scaling is increased. What? The cooldown are decreased. Mana cost decreased. I don't know. I'm not liking these changes. Surprise, surprise. Camo duration is decreased. Okay, I hate invis, so that's good. Movement speed is increased. Good. That's what I want to see, baby. But it's technically making up for that second of camo. But honestly, I'll take that 100%. Bonus physical penetration is increased. Ooh, baby. So we got back what they took. Oh, early game too. We're getting a nice physical pen early game bump. Knock knock alternate. Damage decreased overall. That's kind of a shame. Bonus physical power scaling is increased by 10% though. Oh, that's good. Magical power scaling is increased. Cost decreased from 80 to 60 all across. That's kind of nice actually. Very good. Mana refund decreased from 100 to 60%. Oh my lord. Okay. Bonus minion damage increased from 40 to 50%. That's actually needed. Yeah, I'm curious to see how he is. I feel like he got an overall nerf. I don't know. I find this weird. I don't know. You gotta try him, I guess. Because there's a lot of number changes, and I guess with items and whatnot built will change things, but I don't know. It feels weird. Let's look at Zarus. Zarus has been freaking dominant, so I'm super interested to see this. Bonus physical power scaling was decreased. His barricade minimum damage decreased. So this is the stun, right? Minimum bonus physical power scaling is decreased. Good. He's getting really nice nerfs. These are actually very, very good nerfs. Damage decreased here. It's a late game for his alternate. I wonder if this will lower the execution range too. Bonus physical power scaling is decreased. Good. He got a very nice fat nerfs too. Item to balance changes. So now we are in the item phase. Crest, the marksman crest on a whole is seeing a small increase in attack speed. So attack speed increase, lifesteal increase, Eviscerator, attack speed increase 15, lifesteal 7. Rending strike, total physical power scaling is decreased. So this kind of hurts just like, I think Sparrow's the only person who builds this. So Liberator, attack speed is increased and the lifesteal is increased. So that's pretty nice. I mean, as a carry, this is phenomenal. And this attack speed, man, I don't know. I think this is a little too strong. Like, just why do they do this? Same thing with pacifier. Why did they do this? They gave it the same thing. One gives you a bit more damage. One gives you some of the sustain. I don't know. I found this a little weird. So Thunder Judgment's actually been really strong. If you guys have tried this, so the cooldown is increased, which is it's good. I think that's worth it. It could be used for jungle clear too, so it's a very funny item. But it is very strong actually, and gives you some pretty solid sustain. Typhoon Cyclone attack speed per stack is increased. This might make it more viable into like some interesting attack speed builds for what do you call him? Twin Blast and whatnot. Twin Blast, what other mid lane is basic attack based? I think that's kind of it, right? I don't know if you would pick this up on Shinbi. Who's the most rich one? Maybe? Nah, you wouldn't really pick it up on Aurora. Aurora's a very sustained based fighter. War Boots, resilience, max health, healing per second is increased on... Yeah, I haven't seen War Boots built at all. Various amulet, cost is increased, health increased from 150 to 200, physical armor is increased in general for this amulet. Ashbringer, I was surprised to not really see this. So they did increase the ability haste. 25 ability haste is actually insane. But it's like, what characters are really going to abuse it? I don't know. We got to see now with the on-hit meta definitely getting reduced. Demolisher actually getting nerfed. Puncture, physical penetration. Okay, so physical pen is increased. Bug fix. Deicide. Description now states the correct health difference ranges of 25. Wait, so... It got a buff? What? Wow, okay. Dust Devil, cost is increased. Really? It's not even used. If a physical power is decreased from 35 to 30 and attack speed is increased? I don't know, man. I don't really see this item built that much. Equinox, less cost, less damage. Cost decreased. Nightshade, critical strike, true damage decreased from 5 to 6. This is the bonus damage that we do off of the critical strike. Nightshade, critical strike, true damage is decreased. So it got a little nerfed. I didn't see it built that much, but I wanted to. I wanted to try it out when crit became a thing, because you couldn't build crit anymore. Equinox felt weird because like it's more crit based. But I would buy this like last item after I get all my on hit and whatnot. So I wanted to try it out more, but we usually did surrender by the time we're done. Kingsbane, yeah, Kingsbane was absolutely ridiculous. Regicide total attack speed scaling decreased from 5% to 4%. Regicide fall off duration decreased from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Bug fix. Regicide 120 monster damage cap is now correctly reduced by on-hit modifiers. This is pretty sizable. Attack speed is super important for a carry. It made Kingsbane ridiculous. And then you get a lot of things that would increase your attack speed. You know, so this is pretty nice. Lightning Hawk. Physical power. No! Attack speed is increased from 25 to 30. Another stat shift. Juxtapositioning. I'm curious why they, I don't know, Vanquisher. I guess that's why make Vanquisher look more good at 45. Physical pen, assuming they didn't change it later down. Nuclear rounds. Attack speed is decreased. Bug fix. Havoc no longer has its damage reduced twice by armors. Okay. Havoc ability damage is decreased from 420 to 315. Honestly, 20% on people like Grim and whatnot was absolutely insane. So, you know. It was pretty monstrous. So yeah, 15. This is better. Resolution. Due to the time it takes for resolution to come online, is receiving a shift from the attack speed to power and some additional mana to boot, making it a more impactful spike to buy and allowing it. Alright, because I never understood resolution. I don't know, it felt weird to me. Attack speed is decreased, physical power is increased, mana increased. Because this is still your mana based, you know, item, right? So it's like, it's nice to get, but it really shafted people like Wraith. And what's his face? Kind of. You still have Mind Razor, which is still solid, but you don't have the scaling like Mind Razor used to do for Fang Mao. Sky Splitter. This thing was so insane. Current health damage decreased. Okay, just a percent HP is gonna be decreased on Sky Splitter. That's pretty worthwhile. And the cost is increased as well. Stormbreaker. This thing was broken. Attack speed is decreased. Good. Static max stacks decreased from one. That's pretty good. It shouldn't infinite. Like it shouldn't scale as hard. That's how I. That's the problem I felt with Stormbreaker. So that's pretty nice. Deathstalker. I haven't actually looked at Deathstalker and the assassin items too much. Deathstalker doesn't quite scratch the itch. Yeah. Physical pen is decreased. Onslaught physical pen to attack speed increased from 80 to 100%. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. I'm a little bit weird about this pen here though. But this could be kind of interesting to boost up some attack speed. But what attack speed assassins really are there? Kalari is kind of... I like Kalari Burst. So I'm a little bit weird about this. Maybe I'll try it on Drongo. Or some sort of carry. Envy, the duration Envy silent. Bonus critical strike no longer counts for scaling such as nuclear rounds. Okay. Hush silence duration is decreased from 1.5 to 1 second. Are people really building Envy? I didn't see it too much. It sounds like a good item, but only really assassins can really dominate with it, it felt like. And I don't know, I didn't see many assassins this patch so far. Furnace bonus cinder damage per physical armor decreased from 1% to 0.7. Really? I never even saw Infernum built either, so I'm always confused when I see like these items getting nerfed, but I don't see them built. Berserker's axe has been freaking insane. Movement speed is decreased. Good. They shouldn't even have freaking movement speed increases, man. All melees have the highest movement speed by default. Blitz cooldown is decreased from 12 to 10. Wait, this got a buff? What? Blitz cooldown. What the? Why? I mean, it got like nerfed here, but what? Blitz cooldown is the thing that gives you the movement speed or damage on when you jump, right? What? I'm a little bit weird about that. I don't know. I don't like the movement speed in general on this item. Draconum, so ability haste is increased. Yeah, I didn't see this being built that much. Guy agrees, movement speed is decreased from 70 to 60. This is good. Once again, it's a melee-based item and it increased movement speed. I hated this item so much. It built momentum and was super strong too. I liked Buckler reading it in the notes before, but it doesn't feel as effective. Can lack an offensive threat as being great. Yeah. Physical power is increased. Omnivamp is increased, so you can heal a bit more. But also the cost was increased by a tad bit. Curious to see if people will add this in now. Mages. Let's see here. Yeah, mages are pretty strong in general. Arcane might bonus damage per magical armor is decreased from 0.35 to 0.3. That's a sad boys right there. Lifebinder, 10 ability haste added, 300 mana removed. Recipe, okay, so they got rid of the mana and added ability haste to it. I still don't see Lifebinder being that crazy. Maybe Countess is terrible right now, unless we see the items change, you know. But we don't see any changes from Countess above, which is sad, unfortunate. Magnify, magical power is increased. Okay, this is gonna be good for my support Argus builds. Oathkeeper ability haste is decreased from 20 to 15. Celestial Spellblade magical power skill increased from 35 to 40%. So it's got a pretty... I mean, it's got a buff. Ability haste is decreased, but it's like... If you have 2 ability haste, it's not that detrimental. I mean, it is. It's a good size, but... Power scaling got buffed. Time Warp. Due to, let's see. Cost is increased. Oh, what the? Magical power is increased. Base regen is increased, and... Ability haste is decreased. That's kind of a sad boys. I liked it being 29.50. Made it really good. You see, here you go. The Argus, exactly. World Breaker. So Maya bonus health to magical power scaling increased. Oh, so this got buffed. This might be a little bit more viable to go into tankier builds. Maybe I'll try like Countess tankier builds as well, and then look at adding World Breaker, because she's not an assassin anymore, man. In my opinion, they kind of beat her up. At least people play really safe and higher level play when they see me Countess. Wraith Leggings. Carnage no longer has damage reduced twice. Oh, that's good. Carnage being the ultimate. I mean the damage. Is that the 40%? That's actually interesting. Carnage now applies to on-hit ability damage effects. Carnage now applies to true damage ability damage effects. Carnage. Maybe this is why Countess felt weak. I'm interested. We'll see. Maybe. Carnage bonus magical damage. Decreased. Oh, no. That's not good. Why? What? Okay, I don't know about this. Sad boys. This is for Countess, though. My bias is towards Countess on this item right now. Cresselia, I don't know too much about these items. I'm going to be real with you. Cost decreased. Magical powers decreased. Ability haste is increased. Moonblade magical power scaling is increased. Don't know this item too well, so I really can't say. I know it's more on the damage based support, but... Dynamo, adaptive force bonus magical power decreased from 35 to 30. Okay. So it got nerfed. Yeah. Hexbound bracers, similar to Cresselia. Ability haste increased from 15 to 20. So, I mean, Hexbound still doesn't seem that crazy. It's you have to get damage to get profit off of it. I just like it. Better items. Tank. Okay, let's see the tank items. The combination here, cost increased, magical armor is increased. So just raw magical armor was increased on it. Elefrost, health decreased, physical armor increased. Base mana regen is increased. Frost blade damage is increased. Honestly, I thought Elefrost is really strong. I was like, oh, they reduced the health. That's pretty nice. But the 5 armor is pretty nutty for mid game. Fire Blossom, more physical armor for Fire Blossom. To increase the cost, and they gave 5 more physical armor. Fist of Razul. Now this has been an interesting item. Just kind of building and stacking it up. Cost is decreased. Health increased. Ability haste is increased. 25 physical. Okay, they got rid of the armor. I was like, holy crap, buffs. But they got rid of the physical armor. So this is just a bruiser-based item. Oh, you got double the heals though. I don't know how I feel about this. I would just go Raymond of Renewal. Personally, I feel like I don't know. Flux Matrix. Cost is increased. Health increased. It's not very minimal. Health increased from 300 to 350. Armor increase. That's really good. Ability haste decreased. It kind of sucks, but it's pretty good for steel. Giant's Ring. I haven't seen this built in a while. Health increased, cost increased, ability haste increased, and just a different recipe. I don't know how much mitigation it does now. If it's worth it. Remnant of Renewal. Let's see. Did you buff it? Oh. Missing health. Oh my god. This thing is broken. Okay. Remnant of Renewal. Build this item. So overpowered. By the way, slept on item. Remnant of Renewal. Slept on item. Play steel. Build it like 3rd item. You're overpowered. Just quick. Stonewall struggling to meet. Cost is increased. Health is increased by 100. Physical armor is increased. Bulwark damage mitigation. So they just... Oh, wait. Physical armor scaling was nerfed. I don't... The health in that, but the mitigation... and the cost... I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I'm a little iffy. Tainted Bastion. Cost is increased. Health increased from 3 to 400. Magical armor increased. That's not bad. Tainted Guard. Always a strong item. Health increased. Armor increased. Blight Thorns damage is decreased. That's okay, honestly. This is strong. Holy moly. I think this is... I mean, you just made a good item gooder. I never see this thing really built. Cost is increased. Health increased. And that's it? That's kind of lame. I would see more like armor changes there. Unfortunate. Void Helm. So Void Helm used to be super strong. I mean, still is. So health is decreased on it. Magical armor is increased. Abyssal Gift healing amplification. That's actually a big deal. This is gonna help out a lot. Oh wait, heal and immobilize got removed. Abyssal Grasp passive is removed. Abyssal Gift healing amplification is received. So healing on that immobilization got removed. Huh. Stats increase. For any heavy healing heroes, and allowed to pair better with likes of Raiment and Fist. That is true. That is true. Void Helm and Raiment of Renewal overpowered combo? Maybe? Maybe. I'm curious to try that now on steel. Warden's Faith. Finally, Warden's also receiving some significant durability increases in exchange for a small bump in cost. Better serving as a catch-all anti-physical option and all needed. Cost increased. This thing I never really see built. Health is increased. Physical armor is increased. A good amount too. Mocking presence physical power reduction is decreased. Oh wait, so it's decreased. Because I know it got buffed before, but now it got nerfed. I don't know. You get really nice armor. I guess this would make up for it. That's 10 armor. That's pretty big. So it could make up for it. Brawl mode balance changes. Quality of life updates for stacking items. Alchemical rod, azure core, and soul chalice. What is this? Okay, so just 3 minutes to fully stack passively. So just stack those faster. Obelisk 2 times. Sapphires 1.2 times. Aurora ultimate cooldown is reduced. Gideon done. Damage done decreased by 5%. Damage taken increased by 5%. What the hell? I don't see that guy that much. Muriel less effective. Alright. So that's it for the overall changes. Let's get the bug fixes really quick. Fix an issue where Berserker's Axe stated an incorrect duration. Fix an issue where Basilisk's description would not state eminence dealt is damage on hit. Fix an issue where Bonesaw would not show its stacks on the HUD. Fix an issue where Bonesaw description would not state it is active on effective hit. Fix an issue where Demolishers decide description stated 1600 max health difference, not the correct 2500 difference. Fix an issue where Spirit of Emir was showing the incorrect buff HUD notifier while in lane. So this is going to be the patch to fix the issues with the big patch, and I think they're pretty nice. I'm a little bit like questionable on some things, like items. I mean, Countess being one of my big characters, Raymond renewal being pretty, getting interesting buff in my opinion. The wraith legging bug was interesting. I hate the time warp change for my Argus support because that's the only support I really want to play because I hate support. Magnify getting an increase. Kostka with the anti-tank got a little bit hit. But I'm excited to kind of see, the carries get obliterated, hopefully. The on-hit, at least. But I'm going to try on-hit initially. Like, I'm curious to see how the on-hit's going to work on Grim still. But overall, I think this is a better in the right direction. We didn't see any big, like, what is it, the Z factor, I think is what they call it, where they increase armor naturally, so I think that's fine. Overall, I think we're pretty good because I haven't had too many issues. Zaris was really annoying, and that was a huge impact, so I'm really glad to actually see that change. Wraith feels really weak. Curious to see what this change is going to do to him. Twin Blast felt a little bit weak. Sparrow was too strong. Sevrog is going to come back in. Yeah, so overall, I'm actually looking forward to this patch. I think this is in the right direction. Still a little disappointed. I mean, we're also getting ranked, right? So it's going to be nice, but it's only going to be 1 day a week. I don't know if I'm really going to play it that much or anything, because I really don't care. Like, cool, but it's like, do I just let it settle and then I get back in, then I get into the game, or do I start right in the beginning? Like, it doesn't matter as much to me. So I'm a little bit, iffy with that. All right. So, yeah, because I'm trying to think of everything will change here. That's done. Gideon's still pretty strong, honestly. Nothing's going to change. I can't believe they nerfed Gadget. Overall, though, I think it's a pretty nice patch. Jungle changes I dislike as a mid laner. I think jungle is very fast to clear right now. So it's a little bit weird to me. Yeah, ranked tiers and all this stuff. So, yeah, I think we're talking good patch overall. So, yeah, we're finally done with this. A very long patch. God, 43-minute video. Man, this is insane. I'm gonna put timestamps and whatnot. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a follow if you're still here. Follow. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what you think of this patch. But on that note, let's end it here. Take it easy. Have a good one. Good luck in your games, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.